Welcome back. Cooler weather means before long we'll be dealing with snow and ice out on the roadways. It also means more animals are on the move, which can be bad news for drivers. Denver 7's Katie LaSalle recently got some tips for avoiding wildlife while driving Colorado roads.
AAA Insurance expert Skyler McKinley is here. And Skyler, we are officially in the fall season. I love this time of year in Colorado. The leaves, the weather changing, but unfortunately, it also is an especially dangerous time for animal collisions. Why is that?
Yeah, that's right. It's fall. It's my favorite time of the year too, but you can't deny it's just going to get dark out earlier, especially when we go through the time change in November. The pandemic has changed our driving behavior a little bit, but we're still going to be out on the roads at night when the largest animals are the most active. And because of the pandemic, some of these animals have not seen as much traffic. So they might be bolder, they might be less skittish, they might be more willing to take risks. It's going to be the height of deer mating season. Bears are getting ready to hibernate. So large animals are going to be on the roadways, and they can cause crashes, which are pretty devastating. The insurance industry pays out every year about $1.1 billion in claims related to animal collisions. The average damage in Colorado is around $5,000. So we're talking real money and real danger.
Yeah, actually, years ago, I had a run-in with a deer in the mountains, super scary. But are modern cars better able to withstand these types of collisions with animals?
Yeah, cars are safer, and they're going to be safer in animal collisions, but these are large animals we're talking about, and a lot of them have antlers. So no matter how big your car is, no matter how new its safety technology, these are significant crashes, especially at the higher speeds you're going to see on I-70 or I-25. And even if you escape unscathed, because cars are jam-packed with technology now, it's going to cost more to repair them. Those sensors are sensitive, they get damaged, and then we're looking at thousands of dollars in bills. So the best advice here is to do everything you can to avoid these collisions. That's what's going to save you money on insurance.
And do you have more specific tips on trying to avoid colliding with an animal?
Yeah, animals are unpredictable, so there's no set action you can always take, but there are some things you can do to reduce your risk. Be really attentive in the early morning and evening hours. Deer, for example, are especially active from 5 to 8 a.m. and 5 to 8 p.m. That's when we're commuting, so watch out. Use high beams when there's no oncoming traffic because you can spot animals from their eye glare sooner, and that'll reveal their location. Slow down and watch for other deer to appear. If you see one deer, they rarely travel alone, so there's probably more nearby. As you're going around curves, especially in the high country, slow down. Animals are just harder to see. If you do see animals, give one long blast from your horn. It's more likely to frighten them than short taps. And use your brakes if an impact is imminent. Never swerve, stay in your lane. Even if it means colliding with an animal at a lower speed, you want to brake and stay in your lane as opposed to departing the roadway. Finally, the simple tips around this is just always wear your seatbelt. There's a much higher chance you're going to survive a collision if you're in your seatbelt. There's really no excuse not to. And if you do get in a collision, call the police immediately. You're going to want a police report for insurance purposes, just as part of your due diligence. We can help you find an insurance agent who lives in Colorado, who knows who's out on our roads and what kind of creatures you'll encounter. More info on that at AAA.com/life in Colorado.
Got to keep your eyes peeled.